brownfield redevelopment program was critical for us in breaking the frustrating logjam we had and finding a way to get these derelict sites, these empty sites, back into really productive use in our city, getting buildings back on there that were part of the neighborhoods they were in. We needed a suite of programs, and we needed to let people access that full suite, allowing them to have grants both to understand what the level of contamination was and then to be able to deal with that contamination so that they could then put the building in place. We put in place a brownfield coordinator that could help you through the programs.
In phase 1 and phase 2, that's usually the lower cost elements of any type of remediation. In those cases, it truly is a grant. It's in phase 3 where we get creative, and while it's a grant, it's a performance-based grant. If you do not put a lead building in, you only get 50% of the uplift back as a grant. If you do a lead building, it's 100%. We provide the payment back to the owner and developer based on the tax uplift.
This was a fairly major corner in our city that had been lying fallow for years. You get no tax dollars back off an empty parking lot, let alone, especially if it's contaminated. Well, you have to know that the building's actually going to happen. The LEED certification and other things guarantees you that you're not just going to put a lot of money into clearing up a site that still sits empty as a kind of speculative site for years to come.
So this program has really helped us to reduce the inventory of brownfield sites that we have identified and targeted, getting close to the halfway mark there. The GMF has been an integral part of this financial support for developing the plan.
The brownfield program was set up originally through a gas station, an abandoned gas station task force.
One of the most powerful things we did was actually get a number of different oil and gas companies and the people responsible for contaminated sites sitting down around a table together. And the kind of information that they were able to share amongst each other helped us understand, helped them understand. The gas station task force really only made recommendations around gas stations. And it's turned out to be a really good test case for how you can deal with brownfields in a more generic sense.
It's really broken free some sites that had been stuck for decades, and being able to create the kind of whole program that we had, I think, is part of what's shaken some of this stuff loose.